Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbe with Believe in the Run.
And today we're excited to bring to you
the Nike React Infinity
2.
I think there's a run in there, but I feel like, yeah, what else are you gonna do with this shoe?
Yeah.
Just get that run out of there.
This is a running shoe.
This shoe, last year, came out with a lot of promises. You're not gonna get injured. You're gonna look real good. Let's do a promo campaign, getting the shoe dirty.
And it pretty much replaced one of your favorite shoes, right?
Yeah, the Epic React 2, or the first one, I don't care.
I mean, it's pretty much one Epic React.
Yeah, it was a beautiful shoe. Rest in peace. That's the thing you do.
I was pumped for these last year. They're kind of polarizing. Some people really dug them. Some people didn't. I know why last year's was polarizing.
Yeah, before we get into this year's, let's talk about what we didn't like about last year. For starters,
the upper was a little bit sloppy.
That was my big thing.
Yeah.
I felt there was a lot of heel slippage. Some side-to-side movement in here. The medial part, a little hump in the middle, maybe got a little bit, took a little bit to get used to.
If you have flat feet, the arch bothered people. What it was meant, I felt like it was there to be molded to your foot. So if you did have a flat arch, after a couple runs, it started to flatten out and become more tolerable.
But there were people who absolutely loved this shoe. Our stability reviewer, Aldrin, he gave this his top stability shoe of last year. He put in like 400 or 500 miles in it.
But the problem was, if you look at the shoe, there's no way to lock down over the top of the foot because the only thing it had was this Flyknit upper, and there wasn't a lot here in the back to keep you locked in with your heel, so there was some heel lift. But what it did for me is it didn't create a holistic feel in the shoe. You had a great midsole, outsole feel. You had less of a great feel for the upper, but I still enjoyed running in the shoe. It wasn't a shoe I hated. Fast forward to Infinity React 2, and it's amazing what an upper can do to make you love a shoe.
So let me ask you, we talked about the problems we had with the upper on the first version. Did they remedy it in this version?
They did, and now the shoe feels like one unit. They've added the fly wire in here to give you that lockdown feel over your foot.
Bringing back the fly wire, yeah. I like it.
People who hated the fly wire, I gotta tell you, it's nice to have it back in this shoe. I still have to lace it up pretty tight because it is a wider shoe. Now, some of you are thinking, well, if it's a wider shoe, could Jarrett wear it or somebody else? The thing is that the narrowness of the throat is gonna probably prohibit that. But the open feeling in the toe box is there. So if you need more room to display your toes, it's there with this shoe. I have to cinch it down. I have a very narrow foot with a high arch. So again, the arch in this is similar to the one before. It still bumps up. Overall, the Flyknit upper of this shoe fits really well. And then this padding, which looks like an egregious amount of padding, actually does its job.
I mean, which is nice because that was, the heel slippage was one of the problems we had with the last version, or even so much that, not rubbing because this was soft in this last version, but just not enough structure in the back there.
Yeah. Now your heel's locked in. You even have the double holes here if you want to try to do a heel lock into the shoe, and they did a nice little thing. You see it's the infinity symbol?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
Clever Nike.
I get it.
When your foot is locked in properly over this midsole, it really rides excellent.
Does it ride the same as last year's version, would you say?
Last one I would say sometimes could feel a little clunky. This one doesn't feel clunky at all.
Interesting, because I believe this version weighs more than last year's version. I mean, which isn't a surprise. There's a lot more padding and everything else.
A lot more upper.
Yeah.
The midsole, the outsole are the exact same. So it really is all coming from the upper. And I have to say, normally I'd hate it when a shoe gains weight, but in this case, it's all good. Like this shoe works now. This one now is what I would call an excellent daily trainer. Somebody wants some stability. It's got the wide platform.
Still has that same heel clip as last year's version, although this one feels more like a silicone type, like a softer plastic, whereas last year's is like a really hard plastic. Seems a little bit different.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels the same to me.
Okay.
But you could be onto something.
The tongue on this one's a lot different too. So it's in there. It's like you still have that sock feeling.
It's attached.
Right.
But it does give you that extra
it's like stretchy
adjustability around your collar.
Stretchy,
yeah, it's definitely stretchy.
Yeah. Stretch Armstrong right there.
It's not a speedster. I did take it out, you know, on my mileage. I did a little over 10 mile run in it, and I felt like I was going slower, but I was actually nailing about an 8-minute flat pace and just kind of like an easy run, not trying to like be a speedster that day. And my feet and legs just felt great. The ride of this feels great. It's smooth, it's a rockered bottom, so you just kind of roll through your stride.
Let's do a weight comparison on these. Or last year's version versus this year's version.
All right, so 10.51 ounces, which used to be considered somewhat light, anywhere under like 11. Nowadays, that's a moderate weight for a daily trainer.
For a men's size 10.5.
Yeah. For a men's size 10.5. And then this one weighs in at 10.9. So we're talking minimal difference. Like really, if you can tell the difference. And then for grams, it's 309 grams. For the new guy, 299 for the old guy. Let's talk about what the features are that are supposed to help you with staying injury free.
Sure, because that's one of the claims of the React Infinity, is that it's proven in labs of some sort, somewhere deep in the bat cave of Nike.
And you have to say a lot of it was compared to the structure, which is a stability shoe.
Exactly, to prevent something like 50% more progress with injuries or whatever. And they do this by making it that light stability shoe where it has this heel clip for some structure. You got the medial piece. It's basically made to help you with your form, your running form.
Yeah, there's not really a medial posting in this.
Yeah.
So what you're getting is a wider base. You do have this clip in here that keeps the heel from being a little sloppy, moving around too much. The other thing is that the injury part is the React foam is soft and forgiving.
Right.
So that's also gonna help your legs. And I do feel like that one of the things that people complain about in the shoe is that higher arch that we were talking about getting beaten down. That also helps with your foot's anatomy to keep it in the right position and feel throughout your stride.
I mean, I guess I haven't heard of anyone getting injured in this shoe, anecdotally, so I can't say that
nobody's called us and been like, hey, Robbie.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, I got injured in the Infinity React, or the React Infinity.
Read our legal page. We have nothing to do with that. Goodbye, sir.
You'll want to call Nike for that one. Good luck. So you got this rockered sole that also helps go through your stride really well, and also is supposed to help keeping you injury free because you're not crushing on the heel so hard. It does have an 8mm drop, but it runs really smooth, so it's hard to feel that. And you're gonna feel mostly landing, I land like in this section of the shoe, and the toe off, you can start to feel where the React thins out and you get that nice toe off feel. It doesn't have the toe spring that some faster shoes have. Robbie, what's the drop in the women's?
So the drop in the women's is actually 8mm. It's 9 in the men's.
What? We get an extra millimeter for being a guy.
Just to give us that boost of confidence.
Yeah, it's probably the extra height. They know that we like to look tall.
That's what it is. Thanks, Nike, for catering to our insecurities.
Fits true to size, no hot spots, no heel lift. They fix the upper, it locks down over the midsole.
I like the colorway of this. I'm just gonna throw that out there. This is the women's colorway. It's women's and men's, but this is Nike.
I mean, the men's has more of a red. That's kind of like a purpley pink.
Yeah, I want this. I like the plum crazy purple.
Yeah. Robbie's pair is coming soon, so you'll have a great pair in the red. I actually like the gray color. Some people are complaining that they're not coming with the heat and the colors, but you're gonna be able to create your own version of these soon.
Well, I like in this version too that they have, you can't really see it, but there's yellow
speckles,
flecks of paint. Looks like you did your spray painting something and got it all over your shoe.
Yeah, flex.
So edgy.
One last thing that we want to compare this to, because we know we're gonna get asked this question, is how does the React Infinity compare to the Invincible with Zoom X?
Zoom X Invincible.
So I did my first run in this, and the big difference between these two is, I would say, the stability factor. This one has a lot more kind of like side to side action when you're landing that you kind of can roll because the foam is softer.
It does.
While this has a Zoom X and it feels faster because you get that bounce, it is a daily trainer, and I understand why they're not marketing it as like a race shoe, just like a plateless Vaporfly. Has a really nice feel to it, soft, rolls through the stride. Again, it's a bit of a rockered midsole.
Yeah.
It's got tons of Zoom X. They're saying that this is supposed to last between 300 to 400 miles. So those of you who are worried about the durability of Zoom X, they stacked it up in here and they made it wide, and apparently that helps.
So this is already out. This is $160 and it's available everywhere right now. And then the Invincible comes out supposedly
Mid-February.
February 11th for Nike Plus members, 18th worldwide, but
we'll see.
You never know.
Yeah, right now with the shipping.
Yeah,
like
because originally this was supposed to be like January 7th. Yeah, out already. So
these are going to be worth the wait. These are great too. I'm enjoying both shoes. I've enjoyed my miles in this, getting ready to write up my written review of this shoe and just go over it, but you pretty much got what I'm gonna cover already.
Yep.
And then we're gonna get some more miles in this, but I have to say, my first run in these.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch our unboxing on Instagram and see that.
And I even did a first impression video here on YouTube that you can check out as well.
So we'll put it somewhere up there.
Yeah. I love doing that.
Yeah, because you don't know where it's gonna be.
Yeah. So that's it.
Cool.
For the Nike React Infinity Flyknit Run.
Is the Flyknit in there?
Flyknit's in there. FK. Technology.
Catchphrase.
Name of the shoe. Upper.
Yeah, I never realized that's like how they organized it.
Yeah. That's why it went from being the Infinity React to the React Infinity.
Right.
So then you could go Zoom X, Invincible. That's a whole nother.
It's still confusing to me.
Anyway, do all the things for us. We'd love it if you would click the like button on this video.
Yeah, subscribe to us, of course.
Check us out on Instagram.
And follow us on Facebook and
Strava, man.
Strava Club.
What about the Drop Weekly podcast?
You listen to that. We're gonna have someone from Nike on very soon, talking us through these shoes. So
yeah. We're gonna have somebody on from Nike talking us through the shoe. We're also gonna be having one of the biggest athletes in the world from Nike having a sit down with us soon. So tune in for that.
That's a teaser.
And then today,
if you're still watching this video, that's a teaser.
Yeah, that's something you wanna know. And then today we're gonna be interviewing Alexi Pappas, who used to be a Nike athlete.
Yeah.
Who's now an Atreyu athlete.
Anyways.
And a champion athlete.
All this stuff that's going on.
All the stuff. All the time,
Dear Diary.
all running, coming to you here on Believe in the Run. So stay tuned, stay locked in. Robbie, should they say hi to their mom?
Say hi to your mom always.
Yeah.
She misses you, she loves you. We love her too.
Yeah. Just don't throw her from the train. I got more shoes to throw. We used to throw it at the camera.
Yeah.
But then we broke the camera, so.
And we injured our camera woman's face forever.
And that's why,
She gone.
Yeah. All right, that's it.